In this video, guys, we are going to talk about the ChatGPT, and you know that ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence tool, and it's a significant advancement into the artificial intelligence. We are going to talk about more into the detail about this ChatGPT, what is the advantage of this ChatGPT, and especially our focus would be how the IT programmers can use ChatGPT to speed up their development task, and it's a significant advancement into the technology. All right, guys. In this video, we are going to talk about the Chat GPT. So, if you have to log into the Chat GPT, you have to Google Chat GPT, and you will get a link called chat.openai.com. You click on that, and of course, like any other website, if you have to use Chat GPT, you need to register it. And once you create your own account into the Chat GPT, it will take you into this particular skill, and there are different type of version there. So we are going to use the 3.5 on this video. Latest version is GPT-4, which is a paid version, but we are going to stick with the GPT 3.5 for this particular video. Now, the in this particular, because we are focusing more onto the IT programming side, you can write basically any programming like say SQL programming, Python programming, JavaScript programming. If you want to give a command to line a write a Linux script, it will write a script for you. The only thing you need to need to think about is how to give the prompt. You have to, your instructions should be very meaningful. More better you give the instruction, more better it will write a script. So we are going to focus more onto the SQL programming in this particular video, and then later on, if you guys want us, I can give you some demo for the Python or there's some Linux scripting as well. But let us focus on this particular video only onto the SQL programming, and then see that how the chat gpt can be a game changer for the IT programmers. All right, so guys, again, we are going to talk about more like a SQL point of view. In this particular one, we are going to basically create a table and see whether it can create a table for us. So what we did here in this particular example, we gave a prompt, create a table called employee, which has two columns: employee ID and a number type with the primary key, and employee name, which is 50 bytes long. So ChatGPT basically sort of created a table for you, and it also gave a primary key here. But then later on we said that, okay, write the same command, assuming we are working in the Oracle database. So it changed the command for you, where you will see here it was int and it became here a number data type, and similar way here it was varchar, it became a varchar too. So basically ChatGPT is a very intelligent tool. It If you can, let's say if you want to write the same command into the Postgres, or if you want to write the same command into the MySQL, it will basically give you the new syntax and give you new script. So let's say please write the same command for MySQL. So it will tell you that how to write a query into the MySQL. So again, it will again it changed back to the int primary key varchar is 50. Basically, it's a MySQL syntax. Let's say if you want to say write in PostgreSQL, create write the same command, write the same for PostgreSQL. So it will basically now write a syntax for the PostgreSQL, and you see that in the PostgreSQL, uh, you can make a primary key, if because we said in our command that the primary key should be integer, and there is a serial actually sort of a type. So it uses the serial here, and then again it uses the varchar instead of the varchar 2. So it's a very significant tool, and it gives you perfect script. You just copy code and write onto your database, and it will create a table for you. All right, so now what we are going to do is that we are going to ask ChatGPT to write some queries for you. So let's say in this particular case, we want to say, okay, uh, give me the all the employees name whose name is basically, let's say, John, right? So write a query to find the employees where write a query to find the employees where name is John. So it basically write a query, select star from employee where employee name is equal to John. So let's say now you want to uh, do for example, you want to do a substring. So what you would do, you say write a query in Oracle to do substring. So let's say you want to, when you say substring, let's say you want to get the first five character of the name. So write a query in Oracle to get first five characters of the name. So you see that here, right? In Oracle, we can use the substring function. It says select employee ID, comma substring, employee name, comma 1, comma 5. And you can basically, it gave you the perfect uh, code. And so basically look at the difference here. Now, if you go to the Google, if you want to do, first of all, you should know that you need to use a substring function. Now, in this particular case, we said only write a query in Oracle to get first five characters of the name. We did not know that whether we should use substring or what. We did not know that in Oracle does it call a substring or a mid or a mid or some other sort of function. We don't know that, but ChatGPT knows, and it gave you the syntax. Also keep it also note it here. It also uses the our table columns and the table name. So basically you can just copy and paste in your code, and you can use this code. So that is why this it is a significant step or a big improvement. If you want to go use Google, you probably never going to use the Google, you're going to use the Chat GPT, because it's going to write a code for you. So it's just so simple. All right, so now we are going to talk about, can we alter the table? And sometimes we don't know what how to do it. So let's say if we want to add a salary column into the employee table, how we can write a command here. So we can say, we can ask ChatGPT, write please add a salary column in employee table. And it gave you a command, alter table employee add salary. um, and basically look, because we were asking him to write it for the SQL database, MySQL, PostgreSQL, so it gave you the command for everything. So this is Postgres, this is MySQL, and this is basically a simple, I think it's a, in Oracle you can write down this. So now let us, so whatever, you can just p- copy this code and write onto your database, and it will create a, basically a sort of add a column for you. So now let's say we want to create a department table now, and give a reference into the employee table. How we will do? So let's say please create a table called department, which has department code and department name, and department code should be the primary key. This table should be referenced into employee table. So it will give you, let's say, what does it do. So it created a table, and then it also added a column into the employee table. Now that this would be your basically a syntax to create a table. So now let's say you want to find so let's say you want to write a query where you want to find the employees of the maximum salary. So let's say write a query in Oracle to find maximum salary of, so basically so let's say uh, write a query to find employees of each department who has maximum who has highest salary, sorry. So basically, here it uses it's a with clause. It uses a Windows function, and you see the department code wise. It's basically because in your employee table you have a department code. It passed partition and salary. It made a descending order, and then basically it uses a row number, and it's basically using a salary rank is equal to one. So you see that what you need to know is that how to use chat gpt, and you can basically speed up your development task, because sometimes you don't know and it gives the query and you can basically use it into your code, which can basically improve or speed up your development task. So that is the advantage of the chat gpt. Now let us take an to look about another example. Let's say we want to update something. Let's say we want to update a employee name for a particular employee ID. So update employee name, where employee name to, let's say, give to, let's say, William, and where employee ID is equal to, let's say, 121. Okay, so let's say what it does. So it says update employee, set employee name is equal to William, where employee ID is equal to 121. So it basically updated that record. Similar way, if you want to delete a employee record where employee ID is equal to, let's say, 100. So it will give you syntax with the perfect table and column name and with the syntax, and you can basically delete a column as well. Now this time let's assume that we want to write a query where we want to get all the employee ID, employee name, and the department name. So whether it will join the department table or not, let's see whether it does it or not. Okay, so write a query to get employee ID, name, and department name. So you see that we did not say that you need to join with the department. It the chat gpt knows that the based on to the table structure, that department name is exist into the department table. So it basically created a join clause. Employee is joined with the employee table with the department onto the department code. We did not tell this to the chat gpt, and it basically wrote down the query. So you see that this is a very basically advanced level of artificial tool, and it can definitely very helpful for the it programmers. All right. Now, in this particular one, we are going to do another thing, and let us see that whether the Chat GPT is able to do or not. So, what we have not done so far, we created the table. We asked Chat GPT to write some queries, but can it give us this some sample script to insert some test data? So, we are going to ask Chat GPT now. Let's see. A Write a script to insert some 10 some test records into both department department and emp employee table. So now look, you created some table, you want to create some test data. It basically also created some data for you, and so to do this, it may take some time for you, and it basically saves a lot of your time. So see, this is the power of the chat gpt. You ask it anything and it delivers for you, and and it gives you the perfect code. Of course, there might be some time where it may not generate the perfect code. That is where you would basically need to look into it, and you need to know that programming language, and you need to basically edit as well. um, let us say in this particular one, we are going to ask ChatGPT if it can write a function for us to reverse the employee name. uh, Write a function in Oracle to change the uh, to reverse the string. Reverse the string. Right. So basically, it created a reverse string function, and it created basically a function for you, and you can use it in your queries or whatever. So basically, it can write your PL SQL code also. Uh, so that's really good from the artificial intelligence point of view. That's all in this video, friends. I hope that you like this video, and you basically going to use the chat gpt in your program. Let me know if you have any questions. Please do post your opinion about this video into the comment section, and please subscribe our channel, and don't forget to like and share our video onto the social networking site. Thank you so much for watching this video.